Hey my beautiful roses, and welcome once again back to my channel, where today I'm going to be talking you through my monthly favourites. It is that time again. We're fastly moving on to April, so before April gets underway I thought that I would take you through my favourite things of March. So I'm just going to get straight into this video. So if you'd like to see everything that I've been loving throughout the month of March, then just keep on watching this video. Okay, so I have an assortment of things sort of here next to me on the bed. So yeah, the first makeup thing that I've been loving is this e.l.f. pressed, I can't read it because the writing's rubbed off, I've loved it that much, the e.l.f. pressed mineral bronzer, and this one is in the shade Caramel Cabana. It's a really cute little compact, no mirror, but it's good because you can see it through, and it's this very, it's coming out a lot lighter on camera than it is actually in person. It's quite a warm toned brown. Now for contour, I like cool tone, but to bronze up the face, this works for me. If you don't like that more warmer tone bronzers, then this one's probably not best for you. And just another note to point out is that it does have hints of shimmery flecks in it, but to be honest, once this is applied to the skin, I didn't even notice. Now it is a tiny bit too dark for me, but it blends super nicely, so I can get away with it. But this is super pigmented, but it's brilliant. But like I said, see, look, you could always use this as like an eyeshadow if you wanted to. Sometimes I use that just to darken up my crease. So I've absolutely been loving that in March. The next makeup favourite that I have fallen back in love with is the Wake Me Up Extreme Black Mascara, and it's from Rimmel. This is the one that smells of cucumber. I love it. It's so refreshing, and it just wakes me up in the morning, as it would suggest. And the best thing I love about this is the wand. I am a huge fan of the hourglass type shape ones. I don't know what it is about them, but they just really work for me. It's what I'm wearing today, and it just lifts my lashes, it coats, you can build it up and it doesn't look clumpy. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love this mascara. I went off it for a while because I was trying out some new ones, but I've gone back to it this month and I absolutely love it. A new thing that has come into my collection recently is from Soap & Glory, and it's the Brow Archery Pencil. It does say on the box, but I can't remember. This is the darkest one anyway, I know that for sure. And for me, I've not used it, but I've heard people say it's a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills, where you've got these sort of double-ended, so you've got the spoolie on one end, which I don't actually own, which is why I wanted it in the first place, just to comb through the brows and put them into position, and on the other end you've got a really tiny precision like crayon type pen, but it's that fine. It's really good for drawing in those individual hairs, which is what I kind of struggle with at the front. I get that horrible like block, which doesn't look good at all. I like the faded look, and that's what I can sort of achieve with this. Like, my brows are not the best, but I'm really happy with the shape in them, and that's really all that matters. If you're happy, then screw everyone else. I still use my powder just to fill in, because I think this could take me forever if I'm literally drawing in sort of every single hair. So I tend to use this just towards the front of my brow, and just to get that nice sort of shape at the front, and maybe on the sort of the end of my brow. And then I use my normal go-to powder just to fill it in the middle and just make it look more there. If you're not sure whether to try the Anastasia Beverly Hills one because it is so pricey, go and pick this up, because you won't be disappointed. I think it's so good. Next on the makeup front is actually another item that I'm wearing today on my lips. Now if you watched my previous video, I did a sort of first impressions on these, and they are the new NYX sort of liquid lipsticks. From their lip lingerie, I think it's called, and this one is my absolute favourite, and it's Bedtime Flirt, and it's what I'm wearing today. As I said in my previous video, I'm still in love with these. They dry down super matte, you can't feel them, they're transfer proof, they last all day. Compared to other liquid lipsticks out there, I just adore these to pieces, and the applicator is really nice. They just go on really nicely, they're easy to do, creamy, and they dry down, like I said, quite quickly. So you're good to go. I've not had it long, but I've literally, every chance I've got, I've been putting this on, and I love it. And I must actually say thank you to Sophie, who I work with, because she suggested picking up these, and she wasn't wrong, they're awesome. So if you want them, go and get them. Boots are actually stocking NYX now. I know my boots hasn't got a count yet, but you can purchase them online, so go for it. And the last makeup type favourite is a palette. I could not include a palette in my favourites. They're just the things that I will always buy. I'm not so much for buying individuals, I would buy a palette. And no surprise, this is a Makeup Revolution palette. But this one is the Ultra eyeshadows. This is their 32 eyeshadow palette. They do a flawless one, and this is their flawless matte. I'm not going to try and blind you with my light because this comes with a massive mirror, which is a plus on these. I love the big mirror. And like I said, you get 32 shades. Some of them are hit and miss, some of them are chalky, but they blend really nicely, and I mean, I've not had much of a problem with these. I think this palette costs between sort of £8 and £10, I can't really remember off the top of my head, but for 32 shades, you can't complain, I don't think. They're really affordable. Again, you can pick these up in Superdrug or online, or like your very neutral shades, and then go into a bit more of the daring, so we've got your blues and greys over here and your darker browns, right through to the neutrals. I mean, some of these yellowy colours I even use to set my under eyes because they are really smooth and buttery, and they feel super soft on the skin, which is lovely. So that I have been using to death this month. Even if it's just a little swipe across the lid, it's probably from this palette. Okay, moving on to a couple of skincare type items. This first one, I don't know why I stopped using this. I think I just got to a point where I got really lazy and wasn't really bothering with skincare, but I've come out in a few blemishes, and I think that's why I've stopped sort of looking after my skin, and it knows my routine now. So this is the Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish, and thanks to my friends and family, I've got quite a few of these, so I know I'm not going to run out anytime soon. This is the Hot Cloth Cleanse and Polish. So basically this is really gentle on the skin, but it removes all of your makeup. So at night, all I do is take a couple of pumps of this on my hand, lather it up, and then rub it all over my face, onto my eyes, because it removes waterproof makeup, which is good, but it's really gentle, got a really nice smell. I'm not one for floral scents, but this is really subtle, and it helps me sleep at night. I know that's silly to say, but it's really good for calming me down at night, which is when I like to use it. You can use this in the morning as well, but I like to use it at night time. Yeah, because it's got rosemary, chamomile, cocoa butter and eucalyptus essential oils in it, which just help to break down any makeup, and it also really helps unclog your pores. And they come with 2 muslin cloths as well, which are really good. Mine are quite grubby now, so I might order some more actually, but they're really good for getting out that excess makeup, because sometimes I'll go through this process twice, just because sometimes the first time I don't, although if my skin feels really clean, sometimes it's not got all of the excess out. So this is a really great product, and it's a cult here on YouTube, which is actually where I first found it and why I picked it up. I think it's actually Louise Sprinkled Glitter here on YouTube, and she's actually from my hometown as well, which is just wicked. She raved about this and I had to go and pick it up, so thanks Louise. I don't really know what category to put this in, because technically it's a man's product, and I'm sure that you've heard about it until you've gone deaf. But it is the Nivea Men's Sensitive Cool Post Shave Balm. This has been everywhere on YouTube, and it was kind of one of them things where I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon, and I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm going to try this new product because everyone's raving about it, but I did. As you can see, it's in my hand, and I'm so glad that I did. I've tried loads of primers out there that work, I'm not gonna lie, they work, but for something that's so cheap and so easy to get your hands on and that works, you're silly not to go for it. I did do a blog post all about this. If you wanted to go and read that, I'll leave you a little link up here somewhere. Don't know which side, probably this side. Just click that and it'll take you straight to it after this video. But this is so good. It was Nikki Tutorials, I think, who sort of founded this product from her boyfriend's stash because she'd run out of primer or moisturiser or something like that. Basically, it's got an ingredient in here called glycerine, which helps the makeup sort of stick and last, and oh boy, it does not go anywhere. I put my like contour on, and with like 10 hours later it was still there. This product is blooming amazing. The only downside, if you don't like it, is it does have that slightly male sort of musky scent, but I don't have a problem with that. I quite like that smell, especially on a man. And to be honest, once you put all your makeup on top of it, the smell dies down really quickly. But I've absolutely enjoyed using this product, so that is that. It is a strange one actually. It is tea. This, and not just because it's green either, don't start thinking that. It just so happens that Twinings is green. This is my absolute favourite tea, and I don't know why I haven't put this in the videos before. And it is the mint green tea. Now, well, I've only tried the Twinings and I can't remember what other brand it was. And that one was awful, but I always keep going back to this one. It's just so refreshing in the morning, and you don't need any sort of sugar or anything like that with it. I mean, I do personally because I've got a very sweet tooth, as you guys know. But so I just sort of pop that in there, and this contains 20 tea bags, so you're good for at least a couple of weeks. So yeah. What? And the last thing is quite a recent purchase, but funnily enough, we've been getting a little bit of sun here, and I've been after a pair of sunglasses for God knows how long. Like, I've been driving my boyfriend mad just looking for sunglasses every time I go out and finding absolutely nothing. And then I finally came across these beauties from River Island. A lot different to what I've had before. Normally I go for black frames, but this time I wanted to go for some brown frames. It's got like a tortoiseshell type frame. The only one thing I don't like is on the arms, if you can see, it's got like glitter. No, it's not come off, it's really well put on, but it's kind of, to me, it makes it a tiny bit tacky. But really, you only sort of really see the front, which is what I wanted to go for. So I just pop them on. Oh hey, that's just what they look like. And I just thought, why not, go big. And I really love them. So those are my sunglasses. Well, a few of the things that I've been loving in the month of March. If I added like everything, this video would literally be a day long. So I've narrowed it down to my absolute favourites of the month. Whew. So thank you ever so much for watching and for sticking by. If you stayed to the end of this video and you're listening to me right now, just click that like button down below. Just let me know that you've listened to the end of the video and that you really enjoyed watching. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all again next week. Bye. Liquid lipsticks, there we go. Using this month, because you've got sort of all your mattes, what am I saying that, they're all mattes. Ugh.